Hey beautiful soul, Alice here. Welcome to day 29 of this Veda series. And if you're new here and you've never heard of Veda, Veda stands for Vlog Every Day in the month of April or Vlog Every Day in the month of August. And for this Veda, I'm doing 30 days of self-love. The intention is to spread more love and positive vibes out into this world in this time of uncertainty. Alright, without further ado, let's dive into today's topic. I've been testing out different activities and routine styles to build and create my new rituals over the past month and this quarantine period. And there are 5 habits, 5 activities I've been loving. They bring me joy and I intend to keep them after this quarantine. And today I thought I'd share them with you. So here goes. Number 1, my morning meditations. Now, I already have the habit of doing meditations, but I realized that over the past year, I've been letting people's opinions of what's the right way to do meditations influence me too much. It was always, he said this, she said that, and I see people online and hear people around me say to me, "You're doing it the wrong way. My way is the right way, and you're lost. You need guidance. You need my guidance if you want to ascend, if you want spiritual awakening, if you want to reach a higher level, if you want more clarity on your life path, then you need my guidance. I'm your girl. I'm your gal," things like that. And I don't resonate with that attitude and that message, because I believe there's an abundance of ways to ascend, to get to a higher level of spiritual awakening, of personal growth, to ascend to a higher dimension. And I also started to notice that some of these people who have been telling me, "You're right, I'm wrong, you need my guidance," oftentimes they're lost. And how did I notice this? Well, sometimes I have these downloads and I see visions and I intuitively know what the messages are about, at least a general direction of where this is going. And sometimes I talk about these visions with these people, and oftentimes they would say things like, "This vision means this." And after I hear what they say, it's obvious that their interpretations are off and far from the truth, at least very, very far from my truth. And it's not just what they say, it's also how they say it. The vibes I picked up. Oftentimes it was more of a, "You're doing something wrong, so this vision, this insight is a warning. If you want to get back on the right track, then you need my guidance. You need to follow my way of doing meditations, of reading your dreams. My way is your solution, your answer to your questions on life," things like that. And again, I don't resonate with that attitude and approach. So I started to learn how to draw the line, how to set boundaries, and sort of step away and keep a distance from that kind of vibe. Because I know that following people who are lost will never get me to where I want to go. And I also decided to test things out and find the meditation that works the best for me, go back to the basics. And funny enough, the meditation I've been doing these days, it's the exact meditation I did before I started to listen to the he said, she said, and get super influenced by people around me. And yeah, it's going back on track again. And when I sat down to think about this even more, I realized that I know I'm connected to my mother, the universe. My goal is to improve my ability to love, to express my love, and to receive love from the universe to improve the communication quality. And if my goal is to improve the communication quality, shouldn't I just talk to the universe, like talk to my mother? It's like if you want to improve a relationship with someone else, shouldn't you learn to communicate with them and talk things out? Number 2, my morning reading sessions. I read books on spirituality, personal development, and mindset in the mornings. And the book I'm currently reading is The Power of Now. And my approach towards reading, towards studying, has evolved. In the past, it was more rigid, and I would stick to things like 10 pages per day, 1 chapter per day, something like that. But nowadays, I've learned to feel things out. After reading a couple of paragraphs, I think to myself, okay, I think this is about the right amount for today. And then I stop there. By doing so, I've allowed myself to create more space for myself to internalize and digest the content I read. It puts me in a more chillaxed flow state that's more conducive to my growth. And there's just something about the dorky pleasure of holding a book in my hands, peeling the paper, highlighting sentences I love. And I just feel the glittery sparkle of joy after my morning reading sessions is like, that felt good. Number 3, mandatory leisure activities. Having leisure and fun activities to help balance things out makes me feel like I'm being fair to myself, and I'm more willing to dive into my studies, improving my skills when I get to have fun. Number 4, embracing the silent moments, the white spaces of my life. And I dived a little bit deeper into this topic in my previous video. I'll put the link down below. Being in the present moment, just sitting here and observe everything as is, it's helped me look at things from a more broader perspective. Like, sometimes we tend to think things are either black or white, good or bad, but in a 3D reality, there are different perspectives, different ways to look at the same thing, and there is beauty we can find in every little detail of our lives. And just being present and observing, it strips away unnecessary thoughts and emotions. These moments of silence, they've helped me appreciate the beauty in things around me and also accept things the way they are. And by doing so, I'm also accepting myself, like loving myself just the way I am. Last but not least, number 5. When I eat my meals these days, I thank my water. I express my love towards water. I say, water, my friend, thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of my journey. And I welcome you into my life, into my body. And I also express my gratitude towards the food. I am more present when I eat my meals. And it's very different from like what I did in the past. In the past, I used to be like, oh my gosh, I've got work to do. I have to work on this and that. Like, I don't have time for this. Let me just faster. But now I want to be there for my food when I eat and make space for myself to enjoy the moment, really taste the food, smell the aroma, feel the texture, and experience this part of life. So those are the 5 habits I want to keep after this quarantine period. Have you developed new habits over this period of time? Let me know in the comments below. Alright, that's about it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos on topics like this, subscribe, hit that bell button, and I will talk to you in my next video. Talk soon. Bye.